What is going on, guys? 1843 here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to do a Bank 1 upstream O2 sensor. The only reason I'm doing upstream is because I don't have to do downstream. I'm just going to record the upstream process, but the first thing you're going to do is go ahead and pop your hood open. And apologies for it being nighttime, but my O2 sensor decided to completely shit itself today, so I'm gonna need to repair it today because we have new things. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. So there are a couple things that you are gonna need. You're gonna need a ratcheting wrench. You're gonna need a 13mm long socket. You're going to need a specific O2 sensor socket. So you could pick these up at Advanced Auto, you could pick them up at AutoZone, you can pick them up online on Amazon. They basically are a socket, and when I am doing it, I'll explain more of the process, but they're a socket that has the one side open so that you can, basically so that when you install it with the wire attached to it, you're not jamming up or you're not crimping the wire, shoving it into a regular size socket. I highly recommend using an O2 sensor socket, because if you're not using an O2 sensor socket, there's a good chance that you're going to crimp and you're going to damage that wire when turning it because you don't have an open side like this. So I definitely recommend getting a O2 sensor socket. And last but not least, the actual O2 sensor itself. So I'm going with OEM. I always go OEM with parts like this. You can go eBay, you can go cheaper if you want. I don't really recommend doing that. This was like 220 bucks, which is expensive, but this thing lasted to 95,000 miles, and I'm sure this one will last me another 95,000 more. So it's an OEM Denso. I'll leave a link in the description of all of this, really just the O2 and the socket down in the description down below if you want to pick one up for yourself. But yeah, you're gonna need those things. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have to take off the heat shield. Now, I do recommend doing this when the engine is cold, so if it's been sitting for a while, or if you just driven it to a place where you can work on it, I recommend letting it sit for a little bit, because you don't want to work on a hot engine. That's how you get burnt, that's how you fuck yourself up. So what you're gonna do is, if your engine is hot, just let it cool down for a little bit to when it is cool. And if your engine is cool, then we're gonna go ahead and take off these two bolts right here. So this is the heat shield. We need to get off the heat shield to be able to get to the O2 sensor. So you're gonna take off these two bolts. You're gonna want to come down here, and there's gonna be two more bolts. There's gonna be one down there on this side, and then on the right side there's gonna be one down there. So after you have all the four bolts out, once again, it was two up here and then two down here, one right there and one right there. You're gonna simply carefully, because it might be hot, remove the heat shield. And now with the heat shield out of the way, we can now clearly see our O2 sensor, which is right there. Once again, this is upstream, Bank 1. I mean, TCs only have one bank anyway, but still, Bank 1 upstream. So now the next step is going to be getting the O2 sensor socket onto the ratcheting wrench. Now what I like to do first is disconnect the wire and then undo it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So once again, the wire is connected right here. So I'm simply just going to disconnect it, and then I'm going to undo that. You forget sometimes that when cars get sort of kind of old, they put up a fight, and so I needed two hands to kind of disconnect this wire here. But that I'm just going to slide back onto the track. And so here is our plug for the O2 sensor. So now I'm going to put the socket on the ratcheting wrench, pull this O2 sensor out. Just be careful to not strip the thread. All right, so O2 sensor definitely put up a fight, but it is loose and it's coming out now. And here we go. Here is the old O2 sensor. So this is what it looks like. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and pop the new one in. So how I'm gonna do this is, I'm not gonna plug it in first, but I'm going to start the threads and then tighten it down, and then I'm gonna plug it in. So now that I have my O2 sensor in, I'm just gonna go ahead and plug this wire right back to where it was. And so once you hear that click, you know that it's not going anywhere. And that's pretty much it. Now all we have to do is put the heat shield back on with those 4 bolts, and then you're pretty much good to go. And so after you have the heat shield on, that's pretty much it. That's how to do a Bank One upstream O2 sensor on a 2011 to 2016 Scion TC. If you did enjoy the video, or if this helped you out in any way, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later.